St. Patrick's Day, at least in America, is known as a day for revelry and partying, but it wasn't always that way. So, how did St. Patrick's Day become a day of partying and revelry? What were the origins and how did it become this? That's what we'll discuss in today's video. First of all, who exactly was St. Patrick? This is a little less murky than the video I did a couple weeks ago on Valentine's Day. I'll link that in the top right and in the description below if you want to check that out. But anyway, St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. He was born in the 5th century in Roman Britain as what is now part of Great Britain was under the control of the Romans at the time. He was kidnapped and brought into slavery in Ireland at the age of 16. However, he did escape this. And he is overall credited with bringing Christianity to the Irish, although some sources say Palladius, he was a bishop sent by the Roman emperor around the same time. Some sources say he brought Christianity, but largely St. Patrick is thought to have brought Christianity to the Irish. No, it wasn't until after his death, also in the 5th century. Dates for his death are a little conflicting. It wasn't until after his death that legends started to be attached to his name. For example, relating to him bringing Christianity over, there's a legend that says he used the shamrock, a symbol largely now associated with St. Patrick's Day, to explain the idea of the Holy Trinity in Christianity to the locals, so the idea of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Also, there's a legend saying that he banished all snakes from Ireland, but did he really do that? As there never were snakes in Ireland to begin with. So at first, this was largely celebrated as a religious holiday. It's been celebrated by the Irish for over 1,000 years, as his death was in the 5th century. It's been celebrated as a feast day since the 9th and 10th century. And it is on March 17th, as it will be again this year. Originally, because it was a religious holiday, it was a fairly quiet holiday, actually, up until the 1970s. Pubs were required to be closed by law. And then overall, the government of Ireland is just now embracing all of this revelry associated with the holiday and capitalizing on it in terms of tourism and showcasing Irish culture to the world. A huge part of this transition to what it is now in terms of revelry has to do with parades, specifically in America, although it is important to note that there are huge parades in Ireland as well. These parades in America date to, some sources say, the 17th century, but most were founded in the 18th and 19th centuries. Bigger ones were founded later in the 18th and 19th centuries in Boston and New York and cities like that with a large Irish population. They were put on by immigrant groups, and these people that put these parades on had huge political power. And this political power was used to combat discrimination. A lot of Irish immigrants immigrated in the 1840s after the Great Potato Famine. And they were met with discrimination for a variety of reasons, such as their Catholic faith, and then they were basically perceived as drunken people by the rest of America, basically. So they were not looked upon very kindly. These parades at least helped gain greater political and social influence. And these actually were surprisingly helpful in getting candidates to come and campaign through the Irish vote. For example, President Truman attended a parade in New York. I hope you like this video. Please feel free to subscribe, like and subscribe, and I will see you back here soon with more new content.